Hey there, welcome to my channel B&B Update Us 24. While Steffy calls Hope to the hospital to inform her that Liam was shot, Luna begins to collapse in surgery. Liam ran in, was shot, and then shot Luna before Luna could kill Steffy. Steffy and Finn attempt to stop Liam's bleeding at the beach home, as Luna lies on the floor, bleeding to death. Sheila asks Luna what she has done as she peers down at her. Paramedics mount their horses. Finn pulls Miss Dillon out of the closet as they start work, and she claims she didn't know Miss Sunshine would do this. Steffy is asked to make a statement by the officer. Luna and Liam were both shot in the chest. Steffy tells Finn that he must save Liam. Steffy claims that Liam saved her life, but she only wants to focus on him as the policeman keeps asking her questions. According to the paramedics, Luna is barely surviving. The ambulance is loaded with them. Hope informs Carter in the design office that she has been pressuring Liam to disclose his illness to his family. She believes he's prepared. They discuss how difficult it is for parents to lose a kid. If that makes him think of what transpired with Beth, he apologizes. She claims that she and Liam made it through it. Although processing his tumor has been challenging, it has been helpful to support him in the same way that he has supported her. Telling his father and brothers about his illness is not her place. However, time is of the essence, and it is impossible to predict what might occur in the future. They discuss Liam's quality of life and the amount of time he may have left. Liam wants to spend as much time as possible with his daughters. Carter tells her that he is really serious about becoming Beth's stepfather. She never thought she'd lose Luna in this way. Carter is certain that he is enraged. He would be. Hope continues to talk about how unselfish Liam is, and they speculate as to whether Bill may regret not being more grateful for his generosity. They discuss how fortunate Beth has been to have her parents. She sobs as she says her daughter will find saying goodbye difficult. They could all be wrong and it might be closer than they realize. Although she has always taken Liam's presence for granted, she must now acknowledge that his time is running out. While Luna and Liam battle for their lives in surgery, Hope rushes to the hospital. Finn informs Steffy that Liam's pulse is weak at the beach home. He turns to face Luna, who is lying in a puddle of blood. Sheila remarks that Finn is a good man while applying pressure to Liam's wound. "A good man your granddaughter tried to kill," Steffy yells. Sheila turns to face Luna and murmurs, "What have you done?" as paramedics arrive outside. The beach house bloodbath will only lead to Bold and Beautiful's biggest turn yet. Miss Dillon, who has been released, sobs and apologizes while the paramedics tend to Liam and Luna. Although Steffy can't concentrate on that at the moment, she tells the policeman that Luna enticed her there. Liam starts to calm down a little, but Finn cautions that they won't be able to tell until they are at the hospital. Concerning the female, the officer inquires. Finn continues to treat Liam despite claiming to have a gunshot wound to her chest. Liam, Finn, B&B. The cop tries to question Steffy further about Luna after Liam is placed on a stretcher. She tells him Liam saved her life and identifies the rifle she used. Steffy and Finn agree to accompany Liam in the ambulance. Hope is concerned for Liam. Hope informs Carter at Forrester that she believes Liam could be at last prepared to share his condition with his father and brothers. What it would be like for a parent to lose a child is beyond Carter's comprehension. Hope claims it's the most excruciating ache she has ever experienced. Carter says she's sorry. She once believed Beth was dead. Hope is happy that Steffy informed her of Liam's tumor and that she has the opportunity to support him. Liam must be the one to inform Bill, Will, and Wyatt that she hopes they will also have that opportunity. Even though the clock is ticking. You never know what might occur from day to day. Hope and Carter talk about if there is a therapy for Liam's tumor. According to Hope, it has to do with his quality of life. He doesn't want to be too exhausted and ill to make memories. Carter tells her that while he wants to spend as much time with Liam as possible, he takes the duty of being Beth's stepfather very seriously. Carter, Hope, B&B. It was unthinkable for Hope to lose Liam to such a tumor. Carter complains that this is unfair to him because he is a good man. Hope concurs that he is a selfless person. Carter questions whether Bill will regret not seeing that more. According to Hope, their definitions of strength differ. Their daughter has inherited Liam's gift. According to Carter, Beth has two amazing, powerful parents. Hope urges her to cherish the memories she has of Liam. She doesn't even want to consider it, so saying goodbye won't be simple. Neither of them realizes how close it might be. It's likely that she assumed Liam would always be around and a member of their family. He's running out of time way too quickly. Liam and Luna engage in a battle for survival. Grace finds out that Liam has many gunshot wounds when he is wheeled into the hospital. Sheila, who is stable, wheeled in behind Luna. As Steffy is in excruciating pain, Finn informs her that Liam must to the operating room. He will stop at nothing to save him. After he flees, the cops come up to Steffy once more to ask her about Luna's trap. They inquire about the participation of the others. Steffy describes Sheila's relationship to Luna and how she was shot when she attempted to take the gun from her. When Lee shows up, Steffy informs her that Luna shot Liam. There was a lot of blood. Lee B&B. Steffy continues to tell Lee the story, and Finn reappears. Steffy informs Finn that she is unsure of what she would do if Luna lives and Liam dies. Luna is carried off into emergency surgery after an alarm chimes. Sheila asks Finn about Luna over the phone. Finn doesn't want to put off taking care of Liam, but Grace wants to. Before they depart, Steffy gives Liam a head kiss as he returns to take him to surgery. B&B Steffy Liam. While caring for Sheila in the operating room, Grace keeps track of Liam's condition. Sheila's thoughts of her grandchild are constantly on her mind. Grace can relate because she has also experienced her share of family strife. They start operating after putting Sheila under. While searching for the bullet, Bridget and Lee tend to Luna in the other operating room. Lee believes they will have to leave it in after seeing it. She refuses to let her life run out. I will not allow my niece to pass away in this manner. Bridget Lee B&B. It will take more than a gunshot to separate Liam from his two young daughters, the police officer informs Steffy as she waits in the waiting area. Steffy sobs that if it weren't for him, she would be on the operating table. She begs a nurse to let her into the operation room, saying, "I owe him my life." She is informed that she is permitted to observe through the observation glass. Finn encourages Liam to persevere in the operating room. As Steffy walks into the observation room and watches through the window, he looks up and says, "We're going to get you through this." Steffy presses a button on her phone while Finn proceeds with the surgery. Hope answers Steffy's call at Forrester. Liam's in the hospital, she finds out. He was shot by Luna. You must arrive as quickly as possible. Hope cuts off communication and informs Carter that Liam has been shot and that they must leave immediately. Grace sutures Sheila and declares she's nearly finished in the operating room. She finds out that Liam has not been updated and that Luna is still undergoing surgery. She claims that although Liam's and her granddaughter's wounds are life-threatening, Sheila was fortunate that hers weren't. An alarm beeps in the other OR, and Liam's stats start to decline. As Finn yells commands, Steffy begs, "Oh God, Liam. You have to fight, Liam. You should spend more time with Kelly." Everyone does. B&B Steffy. Lee wishes Bridget luck during Luna's procedure. Bridget is hoping Luna will stay stable. Lee regrets the difficult existence she had with her mother. She will inform Penelope. A bleeder appears out of nowhere, and one of the nurses exclaims, "We're losing her." Lee exclaims, "Luna! Luna!" Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful suggest that Luna Nozawa may have just saved Liam Spencer from experiencing any more agony due to his tumor. His loved ones, however, probably won't feel that way after the shooting. Did Bill Spencer's son pass away while staying at B&B? To find out, continue reading. Below are spoilers for what will happen next on Bold and Beautiful. Nozawa's shooting rampage. On the CBS soap opera, chaos broke out this week. Fans understood that serial killer Luna Nozawa was a ticking time bomb and that another murderous rampage was inevitable. However, none anticipated it to be this awful. Sheila Carter was wounded in the foot by her own grandchild in today's Bold and the Beautiful episode. Then, before Liam Spencer could shoot her in the chest, Luna swung the gun on him and shot him. B&B spoilers indicate that Bridget Forrester and Dr. John Finnegan will have to work quickly to save all 3 gunshot patients. Liam and Luna will both be fighting for their lives, but Sheila Carter is no longer in danger. Is Liam going to die? Since Liam's cancer diagnosis, there have been hints that Scott Clifton was departing the CBS serial opera, but no one from the network has verified or refuted the rumors. Regarding his situation on Bold and Beautiful, the actor has remained silent on social media. Liam Spencer has been getting ready to go lately. He is organizing his last days and asking Finn and Carter to watch his children. After witnessing his mother's suffering from the side effects of chemotherapy throughout his own cancer battle, he made the decision that he did not want to try it himself. Luna might have done Liam a favor if he does pass away from his gunshot wound in a horrific manner. Do you believe that Scott Clifton's role as Liam Spencer is truly coming to an end? Liam Spencer has demonstrated this in The Bold and the Beautiful, not with ostentatious antics or valiant speeches, but with difficult, thoughtful decisions that demonstrate moral clarity in a society where morality is continually eroding. For many years, Liam has been seen as the eternal waffler, the guy caught in the emotional whirlpool of Hope and Steffy, between ideals and realities, and constantly split between love, devotion, and legacy. He frequently pays the price for being too sentimental, too forgiving, or too cautious. This time, however, he rose, not in opposition to his true self, but in line with the kind of man his supporters had always wished he could be, brave, principled, and prepared to forego comfort in favor of the truth. Liam did what so many others in the fictitious Los Angeles environment failed to do. He remembered by opposing Thomas Forrester's encroaching reintegration into Hope's life and pointing out the very real threats that history demands we remember. He recalled all of Thomas's deceptions, manipulations, mental breakdowns, and acts of obsession, particularly the emotionally abusive methods he employed to exert control and coercion. He recalled how Thomas's irrational fairy tale had employed Hope as a pawn. More significantly, he saw through the alluring facade of rehabilitation that so many other characters are willing to accept just because time has passed or because Thomas no longer spins webs but rather speaks in a calm manner. Once criticized for his lack of decisiveness, Liam has become the only voice of unyielding conviction, prepared to leave the lady he still loves in order to uphold his moral principles. That is strength rather than weakness. Heroism is that. Liam didn't react angrily or with vengeance when he learnt that Hope, the mother of his child and the woman whose morality and compassion once served as the show's compass, had started to emotionally and romantically open herself to the same man who had previously torn her apart. Rather, he answered with honesty, pain, and a distinct limit. He used principle rather than cruelty to convey his suffering. He didn't break into the Forrester mansion, reveal private information to the press, or resort to the kind of showmanship that soap operas frequently use to win over viewers or gain power. He chose to remain silent instead, not because he didn't care, but rather because he cared too much to continue doing something that went against everything he held dear. He respected himself. He stood by his truth. And that is what has resonated so strongly with fans more than any kiss, slap, or dramatic monologue. Liam opted for black and white in a soap opera that frequently feeds on the morally grey zones. Enough, he remarked, offering a mirror to viewers as well as Hope, telling them that love without trust erodes gradually and that sometimes letting go is the strongest thing a person can do. However, the fact that Liam's position is grounded on real experience rather than conceit or possessiveness makes it all the more persuasive. He's earned his viewpoint. He saw how Thomas coerced Hope into a fictitious marriage by using Douglas. He saw Thomas go into a mental collapse that put lives in danger while gaslighting everyone in his vicinity. He witnessed directly how Thomas's passion passed for love. Liam bears the scars that demonstrate those memories are not only in the past, rather, they are woven into the fabric of his family's history, even though Thomas may be on a redemption arc. Forgiveness is one thing, but forgetting is quite another. Furthermore, even though Liam is prepared to accept Thomas's development, he refuses to trust a guy whose history is based on dominance, deception, and fixation with the future of his family. He shouldn't be expected to either. Liam supporters are overwhelmingly applauding him not only for taking a stand but also for doing so in a way that was responsible, well-spoken, and grounded in emotional integrity. Hope was not a factor in his decision. He didn't plead. He didn't minimize. He merely stated his position and remained true to it. And that type of clarity is uncommon and welcome in a program full of back-and-forth romances and dizzying turnarounds. Even more complicated is the fact that Liam's choice involved more than just Thomas. It has to do with hope. It had to do with realizing that the lady he trusted, the one who had previously supported him in the face of Thomas's deception, was no longer acting morally. Hope broke a basic trust when she embraced Thomas, even in the name of forgiveness, and Liam understood that. He saw a change in her perspective as well as in her behavior. Liam stated, "This matters," as opposed to ignoring it or acting as though it didn't matter, as many soap opera characters are taught to do. This makes a difference. He recognized that relationships are about alignment, shared values, and boundaries rather than just chemistry and past experiences. Hope went too far, and Liam boldly and heartbreakingly refused to follow. The audience has responded so strongly to that decision, that reluctance to enable. Because a large number of viewers have witnessed that scenario in their own lives, the gradual disintegration of a relationship when one partner starts to compromise morals for practical reasons or mixes up emotional scars with love ties. Liam noticed the warning signs, and he honored them rather than pardoning them out of compassion. In many respects, Liam's choice is a critique of both Thomas and the culture that permits persistently negative behavior to be justified as progress just because enough time has passed. He was calling out the overly simple redemption storylines that allow charming manipulators to evade full culpability, and his stand was a reckoning. Even though he didn't plan Thomas's dramatic downfall or expose him in court, his refusal to accept Thomas's membership in his family's inner circle had considerably more impact. He denied Thomas legitimacy, which is what he most wants. He also served as a reminder to the audience that access and forgiveness are not the same thing. Recovery and restoration are not the same thing. That certain bridges cannot be rebuilt after being burned, but they can be forgiven. Many fans find the message to be inspiring, particularly in a genre where romantic ribbons are frequently used to cover poisonous patterns. Liam's modest bravery is also a lesson in self-control. Liam's strength lies in his restraint in a drama full of outrageous betrayals and revenge plots. He refrained from snapping. He didn't use intrigues or seduction to try to win Hope back. He made no effort to arouse her jealousy. He realized that attempting to cling to someone who is heading towards danger isn't love, so he just took a step back. Fear is the cause. And by refusing to participate in what he perceives to be a dangerous situation, Liam made the decision to choose love. Love for himself, his daughter, and yes, even Hope. He allowed Hope to think things out. Then he created his own. Self-respect is that. Integrity is that. That is the kind of heroism that doesn't require a camera, a cape, or a theatrical soundtrack. The kind that walks away not to punish but to protect one's soul, that chooses suffering over appearances, and that stands tall in quiet. Fans are supporting Liam, and they are doing so, but not because he is flawless or always correct. He's now behaving from a place of centered truth, which is why. It's because he's exhibiting a quiet strength that seems genuine, deserving, and incredibly sympathetic. Liam made the necessary decision to leave a relationship that no longer matched his morals, and by doing so, he not only regained his plot but also his honor. Additionally, his groundedness makes him the most unlikely, yet vital, type of hero in a soap opera world where plots can alter at any time and morality is frequently as ephemeral as fashion. So, no, not every hero has a cape. Heartbreak is worn by some. Hard choices are worn by some. Some leave with the truth in their hearts and tears in their eyes. Liam Spencer fulfilled his obligation. And for that, the crowd are giving him a standing ovation instead of just a thumbs up. Today at the beach home, what started as a tense standoff turned into a horrific bloodbath when Luna's frantic attempt to stop Steffy turned into gunfire that badly wounded Luna, hit Sheila in the foot, and pounded Liam in the chest, 3 casualties in one horrifying instant. Finn handled the devastation as it happened, checking Luna's pulse and stopping Liam's bleeding, but each character was pushed to the brink by Brenda-like desperation. All 3 were hurried into ambulances by paramedics, and the triage situation at University Hospital only got more chaotic as Doctors Grace Buckingham, Lee Finnegan, and Bridget Forrester scrubbed in for 3 surgeries at once, pushing themselves to the edge in a race they feared they couldn't win. Famous people's unclean laundry. The least serious injury was Sheila's, a bullet wound to the foot that Grace treated quickly despite the turmoil caused by her granddaughter's brutal betrayal. However, Liam and Luna were in far more dangerous territory. The stakes were rendered even more deadly by Liam's brain tumor, and his chest wound necessitated Finn's intense, agonizing effort to extract a bullet lodged near his heart. Bridget and Lee battled against time as pressure decreased, and every second threatened to rob Luna of her life in a parallel theater of stress as they attempted to stop her internal bleeding. As the police questioned an unconscious Luna and shell-shocked witnesses, Steffy watched from the observation deck. Hope and Carter hurried in with prayers on their lips, and every pulse counted towards a decision on who would survive this blood-soaked battleground. Winners. Those who survived. That is still unclear. Sheila is probably stable, but Liam and Luna are both in jeopardy while life-saving measures are being carried out. A harsh reminder that even the strongest people in B&B feel mortal and that redemption occasionally only comes at the brink of disaster was provided by today's episode.